Hi, brother. My name is Rose Calfill. I had this vision late 2024. God, by His mercies, showed me 7 perfumes that are demonic. 3 are from popular companies, and also showed me what happened when they are being used. I wept when I saw this. Many have been victim of this satanic manipulation on account of using this perfume. I pray they listen to this warning and repent. I will quickly share my experience from how it started. I saw myself standing in a vast marketplace. The stalls overflowed with perfumes, lotions, and beauty products, each one glowing under the light of temptation. The air was filled with enchanting fragrances, each scent more alluring than the last. The people around me were drawn to these items as if enchanted by an invisible force. As I wandered through the market, my gaze fell on a perfume bottle. It sparkled like a jewel, but when I looked closer, I saw shadows swirling inside it. The shadows seemed alive, whispering faintly, though I couldn't make out their words. My heart quickened as I realized these weren't just ordinary products. They carried something unseen, something dark. A voice broke through the vision, firm but gentle. What you see here is more than a marketplace. It is a battlefield. The enemy disguises traps as treasures, binding people through what seems harmless. I looked again, and the once glowing products now revealed their true form. Some were marked with symbols I didn't understand. I turned away, shaken by the realization that these everyday items were more than they seemed. A young mother shared her experience with a gifted perfume. It had been passed down from a relative, and though its scent was pleasant, she began noticing strange occurrences, restlessness in her home, unexplained arguments with her husband, and vivid, unsettling dreams. Finally, an elderly woman described a perfume she had used for years. She had always felt a deep connection to it, almost as if it were a part of her identity. Yet, as she grew in spiritual understanding, she felt compelled to stop using it. When she did, she experienced an unexplainable peace, as if a weight she hadn't known she carried had been lifted. The voice returned, addressing me directly. These stories are not rare. They are warnings. What may seem innocent can carry unseen consequences. Discernment is key. I was then taken to a vast field where the raw materials of perfumes grew: flowers, resins, herbs, and oils. At first, it was beautiful, a display of nature's bounty. But as I walked through the field, I noticed that not all plants carried the same energy. As the vision shifted, I found myself in a vast, unseen realm that existed different to the world I knew. It was neither light nor dark, but filled with shadows that moved silently, influencing the physical world. I saw spirits weaving through the lives of people, whispering thoughts, planting desires, and binding them with invisible chains. In one corner of this realm, I saw a factory where beauty products were made. The workers seemed ordinary, but around them stood figures cloaked in darkness, their hands reaching into the machinery. They whispered incantations, and I saw their words seep into the products like black ink spreading through water. The bottles and jars were then sent into the world, carrying with them the essence of those whispers. The vision deepened, and I saw people using these products. Some were drawn into vanity and pride, others into despair or lust. Each seemed unaware of the forces at play, believing they were simply following trends or enhancing their lives. Yet, in the spiritual realm, I saw the chains tightening around them, binding them to the very things they thought would bring them freedom or happiness. A voice spoke again, full of sorrow and urgency. The enemy uses what you cannot see to control what you can. The spiritual realm influences the modern world in ways most do not understand. Beware of what you allow into your life. Not all that is desirable is safe. In the vision, I stood in a dimly lit chamber, its walls lined with shelves holding countless perfume bottles. Each bottle glimmered as though it contained liquid light, yet the atmosphere was heavy, almost oppressive. I reached for one bottle, drawn by its beauty, and as I opened it, an unseen force rushed out, a wave of energy that sent shivers through my soul. A voice echoed in the chamber, calm but filled with warning. Perfumes are more than fragrances. They carry intentions, energies, and sometimes spirits. I was then shown scenes from different lives. A man sprayed a cologne, and as the scent enveloped him, an invisible door seemed to open. A dark figure stepped through, unseen by him, subtly influencing his thoughts, pushing him toward anger and conflict. I saw a young woman applying a floral perfume before a night out. As the scent touched her skin, a faint aura surrounded her, one that drew attention but also brought a sense of unease. She became the center of admiration, yet her joy was short-lived, as relationships around her grew toxic and strained. The voice returned. Many perfumes are crafted not just with ingredients but with intentions. Some are tied to rituals, others to invocations. When worn, they can act as portals, inviting influences, both good and evil, into one's life. The scene shifted to a room where several people sat in a circle, sharing their stories. One by one, they recounted how their lives changed after using specific perfumes. A businessman spoke of a cologne that seemed to bring him luck at first. His deals prospered, and people were drawn to him. But over time, his health deteriorated, and his once thriving relationships became fraught with conflict. He described waking at night, sensing a presence in his room, though no one was there. I saw how specific ingredients, like oud, musk, and certain resins, were gathered during ceremonies, with incantations spoken over them. These rituals infused the materials with energies that would later affect those who used them. Some perfumes were created with purity, intended to uplift the spirit, while others were deliberately charged with energies that would bind or influence the wearer. In the vision, I stood in a grand hall filled with shelves upon shelves of perfumes, each labeled with alluring names. The names were meant to evoke power, seduction, mystery, and allure, obsession, euphoria, hypnotic poison, and angel. But as I read each label, their true meanings began to manifest before my eyes. The bottle labeled obsession emitted a dark mist, wrapping itself around a figure who looked restless, unable to focus on anything but their desires. Euphoria shone brightly but fleetingly, like a spark that faded into emptiness, leaving its wearer hollow and yearning for more. Hypnotic poison revealed a chain binding its user, trapping them in cycles of manipulation and emotional turmoil. Even angel, though named with purity, revealed conflicting energies, blending light with subtle undertones of something counterfeit. A voice whispered, "Names are not chosen lightly. They are invitations, setting intentions and planting seeds. What the wearer embraces, they may unknowingly call into their lives." The vision shifted, and I found myself in a luxurious store filled with glossy advertisements. Models posed seductively, their bodies illuminated under ethereal lighting, as slogans flashed before my eyes, unleash your inner temptation, irresistible charm, own the night. I saw the spirits of lust and pride moving invisibly behind the advertisements, attaching themselves to those drawn in by these promises. People sprayed these perfumes, thinking they were simply enhancing their attractiveness, but they were also unknowingly aligning themselves with the energies behind the marketing. I was then led into a high-end boutique where bottles from brands like Versace, Sephora, Chanel, and others were displayed. As I reached out to touch a bottle, the vision shifted, revealing the origins of its creation. A perfume from Versace showed scenes of ancient rituals, where ingredients were blessed or invoked to carry energies of power and dominance. The fragrance was designed to evoke control and superiority, yet it left its wearer spiritually vulnerable to pride and arrogance. A scent from Sephora revealed its marketing intentions. It was crafted to appeal to youthful vanity, promising empowerment through physical allure. Yet, in the background, there was an emptiness, no depth, no grounding, only fleeting satisfaction. Bottles from other luxury brands showed similar patterns. Some carried influences of ancient traditions tied to specific deities or spirits. Others were laden with intentions that encouraged lust, envy, or materialism. The vision ended with a warning. Not all perfumes are harmful, but discernment is needed. Many are created with spiritual undertones, carrying energies that go beyond the physical realm. Choose wisely, for what you wear has the power to shape your spirit. The vision shifted, and I saw a sleeping figure in a dimly lit room. As they slept, a bottle of perfume stood on their bedside table, emanating an eerie glow. Suddenly, dark shapes entered the room, drawn to the fragrance. The sleeper began to toss and turn as their dreams filled with chaos, pursuits, falls, and unexplainable fears. I saw another figure, this one wearing a specific lotion. In their dreams, they found themselves bound in chains, unable to move or speak, as shadowy entities loomed over them. The voice returned. Some products carry spiritual attachments. Through them, doorways are opened, granting access to forces that torment the soul, particularly in moments of vulnerability, like sleep. Finally, I was shown the ripple effects of these spiritual attachments. A couple sat at a dining table, but they were unable to communicate. The husband's cologne carried the influence of pride and lust, while the wife's perfume amplified insecurity and jealousy. Their connection weakened as unseen forces stirred strife between them. Elsewhere, I saw a young woman who applied a product meant to make her more attractive. While she gained attention, it was fleeting and shallow, leaving her feeling hollow and unfulfilled. Her friendships grew strained, and her self-worth diminished as she sought validation through the allure of the product. The vision concluded with these words: "What you allow into your life can shape your spirit. Choose wisely, for seemingly small decisions have the power to bring blessings or burdens. Seek discernment, for not all that glitters is good, and not all that smells sweet is safe." When I awoke, the lessons remained clear in my heart. Some products are more than physical objects. They carry spiritual weight. It is up to each of us to be vigilant, to discern their true nature, and to prioritize what nourishes our spirit over what merely pleases the senses. Please share this message with others. Let them be warned and prepared for what is to come. May God bless you and keep you steadfast in His truth. Let us remain vigilant, discerning, and prayerful in these times. Together, we can stand firm against the enemy's schemes.